This video is going to be a little bit different than what I typically do in reference to my All-American content, but it's a video response because I thought that this was a very interesting prompt. So thank you, Starlight Studios, for posting in the comment section. I have a question. How would All-American be right now if Corey James never died in season 2? Wow, right? Just wow. I saw that comment and I was like, it makes me think. And this video is going to be a little bit different because I'm actually doing my makeup while I'm recording this voiceover and doing a stream of consciousness talk with y'all while I prep to go to a meeting. But I really wanted to get this video made. And if you're new here, I'm Erica Vane. This is Erica Vane TV, and here we break down all of the hottest television series and review all of the best films. And soon come, we will have our own original series and unscripted series. So it's really just an amazing content hub. And if you are into the stories of us and coming of age, all of that good stuff, we have so many dope conversations around series and films that really present the themes of life. And if you would like to join the tribe, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button. As I mentioned, I'm going to be addressing this comment in this video. I'm sorry for any fluctuating audio because, again, I'm prepping for a meeting. And this is kind of going to be like an unfiltered response. Not really super edited, but just me talking through my thoughts. This is definitely an open invitation for you to post in the comment section down below what you think would happen. How do you think the All-American universe would be different if Corey James was still alive today? But without further ado, I'll tell you what I think. Everything would be different. And honestly, I feel like I'm not even fully equipped to address every single thing that I will love to. And I'm probably going to wind up making another video about something along this topic, or maybe even writing it out on ericavane.com so that y'all will have my full thoughts on it. But where my mind initially went to is, I don't know if Spolivia would still be Spolivia. If Corey James had lived, Spencer decided ultimately to stay at Beverly Hills so that he could focus on his dad being his dad, and he didn't want his dad to have to be his coach and his dad. That would still keep him in the same, proximity, because I was thinking like, if he went back to Crenshaw, that would take him out of the Beverly Hills vicinity, leaving him with less time to spend with Liv. And the way the story goes as of now, he was able to really cultivate his feelings or figure out his feelings for her over the summer between seasons 2 and 3. And let's see how Corey James being alive would have shifted that. It's very interesting. I think there would be less time spent with Liv for sure. Part of the reason why Layla and Spencer didn't make it was, yes, what she had going on with her mental health and her bouts of depression that popped up and her self-sabotaging because she was going through her bouts of depression. But it was also the fact that Spencer was also going through some very traumatic times as well. Both Greta and Daniel say that in a different circumstance, Layla and Spencer would probably make it. And if they weren't also dealing with so much trauma that they were dealing with at the time that their relationship was really at its height and when they were trying to figure it out. Again, y'all, I literally have not fully thought about this. I'm thinking about this as I'm recording, so bear with me. So relationship-wise, I'm not necessarily sure where he would end up. I'm not sure if Spolivia would still be. I'm not sure if Layla and Spencer would have made it on their rerun when they retried again. Things would definitely have been different. But then again, he would have gotten the letters sooner, right? He would have gotten those letters from the cabin sooner because maybe Corey would have given them to him, or maybe he wouldn't have given them to him. If he wasn't dying anymore, it didn't look like he was planning on him finding those letters. So maybe he wouldn't have given them to him. And I can't even say that, because in all honesty, the whole Layla situation wouldn't have happened. Those letters really hit home at the time that they did because Spencer had literally just inserted himself back into this relationship with her, and that was someplace that he really didn't want to be. That was completely on him. It wasn't like he was in the original relationship. He made a knee-jerk response to Olivia's rejection and decided that he wanted to try to move on, and to do so by getting back involved with somebody who does care deeply for him. And that's how he decided to show it. Dang. Honestly, I really do think that Corey being alive would completely change everything, because we would have had like 9 months of Spencer getting that build up of his father being there, reestablishing certain trust factors, and him not needing to, like, maybe him getting to a better place quicker with his whole savior complex, and he don't feel the need to try to save everybody because his father is in place and saving him, or doing what he can for his family and his community, and he's more so able to really be a kid. I could totally see Grace and Corey getting back together if he had survived at some point. Maybe they did counseling and really hashed out what happened with the infidelity with Billy and all that led there, and their deep love for one another. And then that would put Spencer back into a 2-parent household, and it would take the pressure off of him of being the man of that household, so he could really just focus on being a kid. Dang, I really wish that Spencer could have gotten that. Not even we could have got that, but Spencer could have gotten that, because I do think that that's one thing that Spencer has really missed out on. Even as we see him now going into college, of course, this is the time as you're becoming an adult and stepping into your own and finding your identity. One of the things that concerns me about his relationship with Olivia right now is like how he has to kind of like be the sensible one. He has to be the one that apologizes first. He has to be so, not that you don't need to be considerate within your relationships, but he has to be so considerate, and he just doesn't get to just be. He doesn't get to really make mistakes and act out or do things that other people do get to do, and he hasn't really ever gotten away with it. Like, he's had times where he was set tripping in seasons 1 and 2, had his little ego and his pride and all that, but he was always checked for it and always held accountable for it. I would love to see a time where Spencer is just able to be, and it's not so much on him to figure out like his path, but he could just be, and then he could really rely on both of his parents to help him figure, or to redirect him as he's making mistakes. Kind of like the Baker's kids get. Like, Jordan and Olivia kind of get to do whatever the hell they want to do, and then their parents come in and try to course correct, and then they don't listen to them anyway. But Spencer, of course, would be listening to his dad. So I would love if he actually got to experience that. I don't know if Spencer would actually stay in state to go to college if Corey was still alive. I think Corey would have pushed him to go out and to see the world, to experience another place outside of Los Angeles. Staying within Los Angeles was definitely an interesting choice, and it was motivated by him feeling like he can't leave. I think while he needed to experience Dr. Spears, I don't know if it would have been as heavy. So much of Spencer's subsequent trauma popped off like after his father's death, and it spurred so many other things. Maybe that's also like a thing that has been driving his savior complex. Like, he felt like he couldn't save his father, and they had shown up what they thought was like just in the nick of time to bring him back home, and then only for him to pass away right there moments after he was just laughing and joking with him. Oh wow. Yeah, y'all. I think Spencer go away to college. I think that he gets to actually have some semblance of the rest of his childhood. I don't know if he's even in a relationship with either Liv or Layla at this time. Corey James still being alive in the All-American universe today means that Spencer is a completely different man by the time we see him and he's going off to college. It honestly would really change every single thing. It will honestly create an alternate All-American universe. And it kind of speaks to the difference that Black men, young Black boys, can experience when they have a 2-parent household and the father in the house. Because we saw the impact that Corey made on Spencer when he arrived immediately, even before Spencer even accepted him back into his life. It was very clear of the impact that Corey was making and was going to make. Yeah, I think Spencer would have put his cape down sooner. I think he would have had a little bit of time left in high school to just be a kid. He might have tried to still be the man of the house, but Corey was such a formidable person that wouldn't necessarily fly. Maybe he wouldn't have had such a cultivated as deep of a relationship with Billy because he leans on Billy a lot to be his father figure, and with his father back in place, like especially if they would have still went through that bout with Billy mad at Spencer, that would have been it for them. I don't think that they would have recovered from that if Spencer's dad was still alive. But let me know what y'all think, y'all. I thought this was a really, really interesting question, something to just explore. Again, this was just a stream of consciousness video for me and exploring my thoughts to that answer. And now I want to know what yours are. Let me know in the comment section down below. How do you feel the All-American universe would be different if Corey James was still alive? Drop that in the comment section down below. If you're new here, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so that you can catch all of my dope All-American content and conversations and you don't miss out. Give this video a like because I think you liked it if you made it all the way to the end, and I appreciate it because it helps other amazing All-American fans find my channel and my content. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in my next amazing All-American video. Bye!